It is a warm welcome to you viewers. Thank you for joining us on another episode of Crime and Road Safety Watch. We are bringing you this week's episode from the Zimbabwe Agricultural Show. My name is Onesisa Sibanda. CID Chekutu can confirm the arrest of 2 suspects for robbery in a case involving friendship, betrayal, and dishonesty. Detective Inspector Moblessing Gadze, the officer in charge CID Chekutu, narrated what transpired. Let's hear her speak.
We can confirm the arrest of Sifas Muradza, aged 25, of Pixkombi in Kadoma, and Takudzwa Mdzungairi, aged 26, of house number 1684, Waverley Kadoma, for robbery which they committed near GMB Chegutu. This robbery was shockingly orchestrated by the victim's friend, that is Takudzwa Mdzungairi, aged 26, of Waverley Kadoma. Circumstances are that the victim left Kadoma to Chegutu, carrying money amounting to $2,970 US. 3 people attacked him and got away with the bag containing all the money. However, the accused quickly called for help, and members of the public pursued the trio and managed to catch up with one of the accused persons, that is Sifas Muradza. The other managed to disappear into thin air. Sifas Muradza assisted detectives to arrest the second accused person, Takudzwa Mdzungairi. Investigations revealed that Takudzwa Mdzungairi is a friend to the victim and is the one who conspired with the notorious trio after alerting them that his friend was carrying close to $3,000 US in a bag. The arrest of the 2 led to the recovery of all the money and valuables that had been stolen from the victim. We thank members of the public for their participation, leading to the arrest of these culprits. We, however, remind the public to be always careful when effecting citizen arrest, so as to guard against getting injured or killed in the process of trying to assist anyone or apprehend criminals. We also urge members of the public not to move around with huge sums of money, but instead use electronic banking systems. We are still looking for the other 2 outstanding criminals who escaped, and anyone who can help can contact any nearest police establishment or visit CID Chekutu.
Moving on, the Zimbabwe Public Police would like to warn overzealous motorists that disregarding directives from police officers who will be exercising their constitutional mandate of maintaining law and order is a serious offense and one that we do not condone at all. One such motorist in Chekutu faced the consequences of his action after he disregarded a directive to drive to the police station. Here is more from Officer in Charge Operations Chekutu, Inspector Godfrey Mukanyi.
4 police officers deployed on traffic enforcement along Pixon Road in Chegutu arrested Libert Zimbiti, aged 28, for no current vehicle license and no driver's license, en route to the police station. Accused diverted the route and drove away at high speed with the police officers in his vehicle. He crossed the Harare Bulawayo Highway without paying attention to road signs and vehicles in motion along the highway, and then rammed into a tree, thereby injuring one of the police officers and damaging his own car. Accused was arrested and arraigned at Chegutu Magistrate Courts for 1, kidnapping, 2, no driver's license, and 3, no current vehicle license, and was convicted on all 3 counts as follows. Count 1, kidnapping. Accused was sentenced to 12 months imprisonment. 4 months were suspended and is to serve effectively 8 months. On count 2, accused was sentenced to $200 fine and in default is to serve 4 months imprisonment. On the 3rd count of no driver's license, accused was sentenced to $30 fine and in default is to serve 10 days imprisonment. This should serve as a stern warning to errant drivers, especially those with a tendency of disregarding police officers' directives and instructions. We implore all motorists to comply with instructions given by police officers manning police checkpoints and roadblocks at all times. Failure to comply will certainly result in legal procedures being taken against you. Police officers are not enemies of motorists In actual fact, they are there to safeguard your lives and property on the roads.
The message is clear. Comply with orders from police officers so that law and order is maintained. From that story, we take a short break. Join us in the second segment of Crime and Road Safety Watch. We're in the second segment of Crime and Road Safety Watch. Thank you for staying with us. Motorists are being reminded to be on the lookout for thieves who target parked vehicles to steal valuables. These valuables include laptops, hard cash, mobile phones, among other property. On a recent visit to Kadoma, the officer in charge crime, ZRP Kadoma, spoke on this and more.
We are very much concerned with cases of unlawful entries into premises and thefts as well as robberies in Westview, Mornington and Mashmaville, among other suburbs. Also of concern are thefts from motor vehicles, mainly in the central business district, where a lot of people have lost huge sums of money and property. As police officers, we urge members of the public to leave their vehicles locked and secure them with alarms in case the criminals try to break in during their absence. More often, they do these criminal acts under the cover of darkness. So we want to take this opportunity to alert members of the public not to divulge information regarding their movements to strangers. Members of the public are also reminded to employ target hardening methods such as outside lighting and turning off room lighting during the night. Reporting early should one fall into such criminal elements also helps us to track the criminals while leads are still fresh. We are also concerned with the complainants who fall victim to con peasants, who fleece people of their money using deceitful means, popularly known as chadona. Some use gambling trick and they compel victims to place a bet which they will always lose. We urge you, members of the public, not to entertain anyone who tries to coerce or compel you into playing games on roadsides, bushy places, or pavements, promising you monetary gains. Those people are criminals and should be reported to any nearest police station or establishment. Let's continue working together to fight crime in our communities.
We now move on to this week's road safety segment. Let us hear more from the Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe, who exhibited at the Zimbabwe Agricultural Show.
We are working together with the farmers at Zimbabwe Agricultural Show. We've decided to partner with the farmers just to take each other through what we see is great needs for our farmers to observe. Number one, we've noted that our farmers need to be educated on how to observe our road rules. They need to know the entire documentation to have for them to be able to use our roads, right from the process of acquiring a driver's license, inclusive of the defensive driving courses. We do encourage our farmers to ensure that as they use our roads, in terms of when they are going around selling their produce, they do not overload the vehicles. And number two, they do not use unroadworthy vehicles. Also during this Zimbabwe Agriculture Show, we are encouraging motorcyclists to refrain from using motorcycles without being qualified to drive. What we mean that they must be able to have gone through the process of acquiring a driver's license, meaning that by the time they get to be on that motorcycle, they are ready to use that motorcycle. Safety for themselves and safety to the public as well. We have also noted that issues of scotch cards. Most scotch cards are not properly labeled in terms of reflectors and things that make them visible, especially during the night. So we discourage our farmers to use scotch carts during the night because it is a risk to themselves and as well as a risk to other road users. As Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe, we also do livestock awareness campaigns. And in this, we are making our farmers aware that they are supposed to keep their livestock in protected areas and not be able to access our roads. It's a safety issue to our public as well as even the livestock. They must know that they are responsible for any accidents that may happen as a result of their livestock having access to our main roads. If a farmer's livestock is involved in an accident, then they are fully responsible for that. I think the education we are giving to our farmers will really come a long way, and then they will in turn, through our champions, also get information in the various districts and provinces, and it cascades down to the rest of the community.
Road safety is everyone's responsibility. Safety first, there's no second chance. We'll take a short break. Join us in the third and final segment. We're in the third and final segment of Crime and Road Safety Watch. The Zimbabwe Republic Police exhibited at this year's Zimbabwe Agricultural Show under the theme Building Bridges for National Development Through Modern Policing. Here is more on this year's exhibition.
We are here at the Zimbabwe Agricultural Society, where we as the Zimbabwe Republic Police are exhibiting under the theme Building Bridges for national development through modern policy. We also want to take this opportunity to advise you that we exhibit at various levels, which is district, provincial, national and international level, such as the Zimbabwe International Trade Fair, which was held recently in April. We encourage members of the public to visit our exhibition stands, where our aim is to educate, inform and entertain all those who visit our stands. We also take the opportunity to demystify some misconceptions that members of the public may have about the police operations and activities. In support of the government's thrust and under Vision 2030, we are also embracing technology through digitalization, computerization and automation. So you'll find that if you visit some of these exhibition points at our stand, you will learn more about how we are modernizing our service so that we can offer quality service to our customers.
We also spoke to some of the Zimbabwe Republic Police exhibitors.
On this stand, we are showcasing the badges of ranks of the Zimbabwe Republic Police and our command structure. We have a total of 12 ranks in the Zimbabwe Republic Police, starting from the rank of constable to the rank of sergeant, sergeant major, assistant inspector, all the way to the rank of commissioner general. The deputy commissioner generals and the commissioner general of police form up what we call the central planning committee, and these are the strategists in the organization. They are responsible for coming up with long-term strategic plan documents that are used in the day-to-day running of all police units.
We are exhibiting forensic science in which we are conscientizing members of the public about the importance of forensic science when we are doing our investigations. This will assist the members of the public to know what is expected of them when a crime has occurred, so that scientific methods can be used in order to collect as well as analyze evidence that will assist in the criminal justice system so that will come up with scientific conclusions. At the Forensic Science Directorate, we have various departments that we have. We have the Forensic Biology section, which deals with genetics. We have the forensic chemistry department that analyzes drugs that would have been confiscated by the drug section. We also have the ballistics section, which analyzes firearms that would have been used in violent crimes. Then we have a question document examination lab, which analyzes documents that would have been forged, like for example wills, title deeds. They will assist the court in coming up with conclusions.
CID Minerals Flora and Fauna Unit is charged with the responsibility to safeguarding the country's precious and natural resources, including the environment. Relevant to this exhibition at Zimbabwe Agricultural Show, we want to emphasize on collaborating our efforts with the members of the public in the conservation efforts of the environment, that which agriculture and any other industry depends on. Our campaign emphasizes against land degradation because it affects the water bodies that also agriculture depends on, that is our irrigation and our wildlife and domestic activities.
Here we are exhibiting building bridges through digital crime management. By digital crime management, I'm referring to the use of computers in crime prevention, crime detection and crime investigation. We have a system called the Digital Crime Records. The Digital Crime Records is an artificial intelligent government which helps the police in effectively manage crime. When you come to make a report, your report will be entered in this digital report received book known as the RRB. When it is entered in the report received book, it will be stored in a crime database and it becomes crime data. That crime data will be used using machine learning and it becomes crime analysis. The crime analysis here will be able to identify who are the victims of crime, who are the offenders, which places are the hotspots, which crime are more prevalent.
As ZRP, in our endeavor to modernize our policing methods, we did adopt drone technology to assist our police officers on the ground. This technology is helping us to do traffic management. This technology, we are using it to do border patrols in the farming areas so as to preserve livestock and property.
Members of the public who toured the ZRP pavilion were excited to mix and mingle with police officers from various departments.
I thought police was all about just arresting people and stopping people and controlling traffic, but I just think that ZRP is just a word, just an umbrella word covering a lot of things. Then that under the police department there's also the forensic side. I was so shocked, and also now they have artificial intelligence in the police system that they can tell you where your car is and what registration, what the name is of the registered person. They have a lot of things that I've just learned today.
Crime watch. Ndongokurudzira vanhu kuti shwa kuona crime watch kunobatsira because zvimwe zvacho unozoya kwakuona but zvimwe zvacho tinozvidzidza pacrime watch kuti kana mombe kabiwa unoziya kuti unonoripota kupi nezvakangowanda wanda. So just want to thank ZRP nezvairi kutiitira kuti iri kutibatsira in many areas. Haisi pakungotsvaga mbavha nepakungosunga vanhu only, but inotibatsira in our communities.
Today I've learned a lot about drug abuse. Tumbwa tiya tinonwa vanhu of which mamwe beverages alcohol ane 3%, 5%, but tumbwa tine 40%. Kane disadvantages, kanouraya malungs, kanokonzeresa zvakawanda.
Ndadzidza from forensic department. Department is very helpful. I didn't know kuti ukasangana nemhosva yekuti like a break-in or something chinoda kuti patori mafingerprints, you can demand or ask kuti vauye. So it's very helpful.
It is now time for people on the police wanted list. ZRP Chinoi Rural is looking for Tinashe Chinema, age 35, of Village 2, Baramanya, Chief Makonde Chinoi, for a case of murder. Brighton Kamaka, age 26, of Village 5, Muvami, Chinoi, is wanted by Chinoi Rural for a case of rape. Chinoi Rural is also looking for Moses Chinjara, aged 40, of Village 1, Musoro Muchena, Chief Magonde, Chinoi, for a case of rape. Should you have information that may assist in the location of any of those wanted persons, feel free to visit any nearest police establishment or contact us on the following details. Call us on our National Complaints Desk number 0242 703 631. You can also chat with us on our WhatsApp platform 0712 800 197. Visit our website www.zrp.gov.zw or email us on feedback@zrp.gov.zw. You can also get in touch with us on our X platform at Police Zimbabwe or on our ZRP Facebook page, Zimbabwe Republic Police. Should you have missed any Crime and Road Safety Watch episode, you can watch them on our ZRP YouTube channel, Zimbabwe Republic Police. We do hope to see you again, same place, same time, as we continue to interact with the primary objective of keeping Zimbabwe peaceful and crime-free. Onesisa Svanda is my name. Remember to be responsible citizens and law-abiding. Until then, do take care.